Hello everyone! So, if you found your way to this video, you are probably either very bored or considering going to art school and live in debt for the rest of your life. Fun? Well, fear not, I, your friendly next-door unemployed art graduate, am here ready to give you my 2 cents on what really goes down at art school. When I was in high school, I didn't want to go to college. I was very convinced that I could just draw every day and become a mangaka. Yep, your girl straight up thought I could be the next Naruto here, so I'm glad we're over that. Well, thankfully I forced myself to go anyway, and I took multimedia arts or something like that. And guess what? I still ended up unemployed and a shitty artist. Now, going to art school is like a gamble. You either make your money's worth or you end up in hell. But don't stress, this isn't the greatest decision of your life. Please keep that in mind. If you hate it there, you can always transfer courses or schools. It's quite dumb that as a 17/18-year-old we're expected to make a giant decision, as if we know what we really want to do with life. I went through college and I still don't. So don't stress too much, huh? Okay, cool. Disclaimer. I will be referring to university as college because I find it easier. I'm not sure what's the difference between college and university, so what I'm referring to is like after 12th grade when you go into a undergraduate course. Yeah, that's what I'm calling college. Now let's go over the pros and cons of art school. Yeah. Pro: friends and connections. Con: shitty people. If you want to be successful in the art world, it's very hard to make it on your own. I don't care if you want to be all emo Sasuke of life and go, I can do it myself with my own power. Shut the fuck up. Sure, it's your power, but you need those connects, okay? In the arts, no matter what kind of arts, you'll only get to the very top if you have connections or like-minded friends to help you on the way. Now, if you already have your connects and feel like you have the best friend group and you're all in the same area, cool, good for you, get out. No, you can stay, please stay. But if you're like me, who left high school with like 3 friends, all from different areas, then art school may be a blast, or not. Now, I'm not saying that every single person I found there were happy weebs that drew big eyes like me. No, but I did find some of them, okay? As well as people who liked completely different things that actually helped me improve in my own art a lot and helped keep me motivated to keep going forward, you know? Now, if you find shitty people, like I also did, oh boy, you're in for a ride. Because the arts is a very competitive place, okay? Especially in the more contemporary side, you know? That. And it can lead to some people being straight up really evil. Yeah. I knew of a group that completely stole another dude's work and presented it to the teacher in front of him. Which is adorable. Another time, someone completely sabotaged another guy's project just because they didn't vibe with him. So, yeah, be careful, y'all. Protect your work. Next up, pro: portfolio boost. Con: low-key art theft. So, obviously in art school, you'll be doing a lot of artworks. Some of them you might be proud enough to put in your portfolio. I kinda did. But beware. I'd advise you to read carefully the tiny disclaimers in your course paperwork. Only in like my 2nd year did I realize that all works I did in college, while I could retain the ownership, also were part of school ownership, so they may use them without needing my permission in any kind of event they find fit. In the first week of the beginning of the year, the arts department always shows off student work to motivate new students and to showcase the courses, etc. And I did a video art appropriation piece or something, in which I actually filmed myself being all artistic and weird, you know? Not my favorite work, but I got a good grade. Yeah. Oh boy, what was my surprise when I entered a room during this week that was rolling some clips, and what do you know? My face was there in a big screen for display. And the first thing I thought was, how many people have seen this? Oh my fucking god, now they will look at me weird in the halls. I'll have to move countries, and will that be enough? Do I have to move planet? Yeah, it was a bit of a shock. Even now, a full year after I graduated, they still use that video. So be careful about that, always read the small text. Next up, pro, looks really good on paper. Con, expensive as fuck and you probably don't actually need it. Having a degree looks great on paper, okay? It shows that you pursued a higher education, and for some jobs it's even required. But the thing in arts is, for most artistic jobs, you don't actually need it. In art you could have like 15 degrees, but the portfolio is what matters. And if that's shit, no one will give a fuck about you. You are out. It's about having good art, not good grades, okay? I finished my degree with a very good average, enough so that I could be doing a master's in England. Yay! But my portfolio isn't good enough to actually get a job, so yeah, totally not a waste of time. Pro, experimenting. Con, not focusing in something enough. Okay, so about this, I can only speak for my course. When I got to university, I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. Yes, I was still pretty hung up on the drawing manga thing, shut up, and I ended up choosing a very broad course. While we had a focus on multimedia, aka video and digital stuff, we also had to pick other classes such as sculpture, painting, history, web design, animation, whatever, a lot of stuff. If you have exactly figured out what you want to do, then go for it. Choose a course in animation, in fashion design, whatever. But a broad course really helped a person like me, an indecisive fuck, experiment with many different things that I never considered. I welded metal. It was so cool, okay? I felt so strong. I made code. Fuck that. I created a piece that should have stayed in the depths of hell from which it came from. I found new areas that I actually loved. But the problem in my case is, while I learned a lot of different things, I only know a lot of different things. I am a jack of all trades, master of none. Because I'm just meh at everything. I'm not actually good at anything in particular. Ain't that great? That's why I'm getting a master's, to master something. Next, pro, mentors. Con, shit teachers. Oh boy, I could make just another video on art teachers. Let me try to simplify this. In art school, you can either get really good teachers that can even end up being like a mentor, a guide to you, in helping you with your art path, whatever. Or shitty elitists that think that they are great artists but are there teaching us instead of being great artists. So, fuck you. In college, I learned a lot on how to deal with them. Because the reality of life is, not everyone will always like what I do, and I can't run away from that in certain jobs. So I learned kinda how to deal with them, either by finding ways to adapt to what they wanted me to do and change it up with what I actually wanted to do, or by learning to deal with the criticism. I put it like that because dissing a student because you just don't like that type of art, instead of criticizing it from a neutral point, it's closer to petty bullying than anything else. This doesn't mean you should completely ignore them though. Try to see from their perspective and compromise what you want to do with what they might be requiring you to. It's quite good to actually learn this, because if one day you have a job in which you take jobs, sometimes people will ask you things that you'll be like, that's not my favorite thing, but okay, I guess I'll try to do that. My last point. Pro, learning how to research, versus con, not being taught at all. So college teachers expect you to do research by yourself and get off their asses asking for, how do I do this? I had the misfortune that most of my teachers assigned for the main classes of the course, not knowing exactly how to do what I wanted to do, you know, so they had me research it all by myself. It's kind of annoying that I paid to go to this course to, you know, use YouTube and the internet to teach myself, but okay. Because in other classes we'd straight up get a, you can look that in a YouTube tutorial. I made a VR video in my final year, and the head teacher of that class emailed me asking what tutorials I used to make it, that he then proceeded to use to teach the next student. So yeah, I can talk a lot about our school, but I feel like this is the main things you should be aware if you're considering applying. I'm lucky enough that in my country the fees aren't that wild like some colleges in America, for example, so I could go without thinking too much about being in debt for the rest of my life and having
to make a pact with the devil to pay it off.
But if you can, and if you decide to go down this route, good luck. Yeah, I think that is all I can fit in this video. I don't want it to get too long. I'll probably make more of these about just art teachers because, oof, that's a passion, art teachers. Also, just art people in general. I've met so many different people that, yeah, I'd like to share with y'all. I hope you enjoyed this video and that it was helpful in any kind of way, I guess. I'll see you next time if July isn't the month where the aliens attack and we all die. So, bye.